Welcome to Silent Confessions, the channel where we uncover the most scandalous, thrilling, and intimate stories of infidelity. Today, we dive into a story that blurs the lines between friendship and forbidden passion, a tale of longing, restraint, and ultimately, surrender. What happens when two women trapped in lives that don't fully satisfy them discover a connection too intense to ignore? Stay with us as we unravel this sultry and emotional story. But be warned, this is not just another recap. This is an exploration of raw desire, forbidden attraction, and the irresistible pull of passion. Will they give in, or will the weight of their pasts keep them apart? Watch till the end to find out. When Olivia moves into a quiet suburban neighborhood, she never expects her life to be turned upside down by the woman next door. Emily, a striking and confident brunette, has been watching her for weeks, intrigued by her quiet demeanor and the sadness in her eyes. She has noticed the way Olivia moves, the way she hesitates before stepping outside, the way her lips press together as if she's holding back words she dares not say. One evening, Olivia hears a soft knock at her door. She hesitates before answering, her heart already fluttering in anticipation. She opens the door to find Emily standing there, a teasing smile on her lips, a glass of wine in her hand. "I figured it was time for me to introduce myself," Emily purrs, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. Her perfume, a mix of vanilla and something musky, fills the air, wrapping around Olivia like a lingering embrace. Olivia's heart pounds. There's something electric about Emily's presence, something that makes her pulse quicken and her breath hitch. Emily doesn't just sit, she lounges, her dress slipping slightly off one shoulder as she swirls her wine in its glass. Olivia's eyes can't help but follow the movement, lingering a second too long before she looks away. But Emily notices. Of course, she does. They start talking, the conversation flowing effortlessly. Olivia, still reeling from a painful divorce, confesses how lonely she feels in this house that was meant to be a fresh start. Emily listens intently, her deep blue eyes holding an intensity that sends shivers down Olivia's spine. She leans in, just enough for Olivia to catch the scent of her hair, just enough for their knees to brush. "You don't have to be alone," Emily murmurs, her fingers lightly tracing the rim of her glass, her nails gleaming under the dim light. "Sometimes what we need most has been right in front of us all along." Olivia swallows hard. Her mouth feels dry, her skin too warm. The air between them shifts, heavy with something unspoken, something simmering just beneath the surface. Emily tilts her head slightly, her lips parting as if she's about to say something else, but instead she simply watches, inviting. Olivia can feel the pull, a magnetic force that makes her body lean in before her mind can catch up. And Emily, ever so patient, ever so confident, simply waits to see if Olivia will take the next step, or if she'll run from what she so clearly wants. Their meetings become frequent, their connection undeniable. A stolen glance here, a lingering touch there, a charged moment that lingers in the air long after they part. Every interaction carries an underlying tension, a simmering heat that neither can deny. Emily grows bolder, letting her fingers trail just a little longer on Olivia's hand when passing a drink, letting her gaze linger, dark and knowing. Olivia finds herself craving those fleeting touches, those moments that leave her skin tingling and her breath uneven. One night, Emily invites Olivia to a small gathering at her house. The air is thick with the scent of wine and jasmine candles, and the music pulses softly in the background. Olivia watches Emily from across the room, the way she laughs, the way she moves with effortless grace, drawing people toward her like a magnet. And then Emily turns, eyes locking onto Olivia's with a look that makes her knees weak. Before she realizes it, Emily is beside her, offering a glass of wine, her fingers brushing against Olivia's as she hands it over. As they dance, Olivia feels Emily's hands slide down her waist, pulling her closer. Their bodies move in sync, the air between them crackling with unspoken desire. Emily's lips hover near Olivia's ear, her breath warm against her skin. "You weren't pushing me away when we were dancing," Emily whispers, her voice a sensual caress. Olivia swallows hard, her body betraying her, leaning into Emily's warmth, into the promise of something she's long denied herself. Emily's hand grazes her lower back, fingers teasing, lingering, her touch sending waves of heat through Olivia's body. Their lips are so close now, the tension unbearable. That night, after everyone leaves, Emily doesn't let Olivia go. Instead, she leads her to the couch, sitting so close their thighs pressed together. The air between them is thick with unspoken desire. Emily tucks a strand of hair behind Olivia's ear, her fingers grazing her cheek before trailing down her neck, leaving a path of goosebumps. "I know how you feel about this," Emily murmurs, her voice barely above a whisper. "But I also know you feel something for me." Olivia's lips part, but no words come out. Her mind screams at her to leave, to retreat before it's too late, before she loses herself completely. But then Emily's fingers glide down her arm, slow and teasing, a soft invitation rather than a demand. Olivia shivers under the touch, her breath coming faster. When Emily finally closes the space between them, pressing her lips against Olivia's in a slow, burning kiss, Olivia melts into it, her resistance crumbling as Emily deepens the kiss, her hands roaming, exploring. The kiss turns urgent, desperate, years of restraint unraveling in a single moment. Olivia grips Emily's shoulders, pulling her closer, her body molding against hers as heat flares between them. Emily's hands slide lower, gripping Olivia's waist, guiding her onto her lap, their bodies pressing together, their desire igniting into something unstoppable. What starts as hesitant soon turns urgent. Olivia's hands grasp at Emily's waist, pulling her closer, deepening the kiss. It's unlike anything she's felt before. Tender yet electric, delicate yet desperate. They move together, exploring, discovering, their breath mingling, their bodies pressing together in feverish anticipation. Emily's hands slide beneath Olivia's sweater, her fingertips grazing along heated skin, sending a jolt of pleasure through her spine. Olivia gasps against Emily's lips, the sensation so overwhelming, so intoxicating, her body arching in response. Emily pulls Olivia onto her lap, hands gripping her thighs possessively, pressing her closer, deepening the hunger between them. Olivia trembles as Emily's mouth moves lower, teasing against the delicate skin of her neck, drawing soft, helpless moans from her lips. The heat between them intensifies, their hands desperate, bodies desperate, the air around them thick with unrestrained desire. Olivia's fingers slide under Emily's dress, feeling the smoothness of her thigh, the tension of anticipation building with every passing second. Emily's breath hitches, her hands tracing dangerous lines along Olivia's back, pressing her closer, demanding more. The night stretches into a feverish blur of whispered moans, tangled sheets, and soft gasps of pleasure as they surrender completely to their desires, their bodies entwined in a dance of need and reckless passion. As the first rays of sunlight filter through the curtains, Olivia stirs in Emily's bed, the scent of her still lingering on her skin, the memories of the night before playing vividly in her mind. Reality crashes down, but it doesn't erase the lingering warmth, the pulse of satisfaction humming through her body. Guilt, excitement, confusion, a mix of emotions war within her. She turns to see Emily watching her, a lazy, satisfied smile on her lips. "Regrets?" Emily asks, her fingers running a slow, teasing line down Olivia's bare shoulder, her touch still smoldering from the night before. Olivia exhales, her body still humming, still aching for her. "Not yet," she admits, though the flicker of doubt in her chest threatens to grow. But as the day wears on, the weight of their actions settles on Olivia's shoulders. She wasn't supposed to let this happen. But how could she resist? How could she turn away from the one thing that made her feel alive after so long? Every touch, every kiss, every whispered plea from the night before replays in her mind, keeping her breathless, unsettled, longing for more. As days pass, Olivia and Emily struggle with the consequences of their passion. Emily is ready to embrace whatever this is, to fall headfirst into it, but Olivia hesitates. She's been hurt before. She knows the dangers of desire, of falling too fast, too deep. She's afraid of what this means. But most of all, she's afraid of how much she wants it, how much she wants her, how much she needs her. "Tell me to stop and I will," Emily says one evening, pressing Olivia against the wall, her breath hot against her neck, her fingers tracing delicate, enticing patterns along her skin. Olivia shivers, the heat flaring again, the memories of their tangled night together threatening to pull her under once more. Her body trembles with anticipation, her resolve crumbling like sand between her fingers. She closes her eyes, taking a shaky breath, the tension unbearable. "I can't," she whispers. And with those words, she gives in again, letting herself be claimed, letting herself fall deeper into the intoxicating, dangerous embrace of Emily's touch. Olivia's body trembles with anticipation, her resolve crumbling. She closes her eyes, taking a shaky breath, her lips parting in surrender. "I can't," she whispers, her voice barely audible over the rapid pounding of her heart. And with those words, she gives in again, her hands sliding along Emily's back, gripping her tightly as their mouths collide in a heated frenzy. Emily groans into the kiss, her fingers tangling into Olivia's hair, pulling her closer, deepening their shared hunger. Their bodies pressed together, molded in desperate need, their breath heavy, skin burning with the fire of a passion too long restrained. The intensity between them refuses to fade, the air electric with unsaid words, with promises exchanged in every fevered kiss, every shuddering sigh. Emily's lips trail along Olivia's jaw, down the sensitive curve of her throat, leaving a trail of tingling warmth in their wake. Olivia gasps, tilting her head back, her fingers gripping Emily's waist as her knees nearly give out. "I don't want to stop," she confesses, her voice hoarse with desire, with longing. Emily smirks against her skin, her breath hot and teasing. "Then don't," she murmurs, her hands roaming lower, her touch igniting flames along Olivia's heated flesh. The night stretches before them, full of whispered confessions, slow, tantalizing touches, and an unrelenting, insatiable craving that neither of them wants to tame. This is a story of longing, of giving in to desires that refuse to be silenced. Will Olivia embrace her feelings, or will she retreat back into the safety of the life she once knew? If you want to find out what happens next, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next scandalous, passionate, and deeply emotional story. Silent Confessions is where secrets are unveiled and forbidden desires come to life. Leave a comment below. Have you ever felt a connection that was impossible to ignore? Let's talk about it. Until next time, keep your confessions silent or share them with us.